The following podcast is rated M for mature.
Hey there, everybody. What's up? Welcome to the Rating Pending Podcast Show. This is your host, Carnal, better known as Eduardo Toro. And with me, our valuable and beautiful host, Victor the Red,
You're
better known as
damn
Victor.
fucking right.
Yeah, damn fucking right, man. Meet your grave, better known as Ambi. Ambi.
Hi.
And the idiot, Jose. Also known as Solid Space. Yeah. He's there.
I'm already out of it, and you just go on ahead and do this.
Okay. So, topics for today. Victor's gonna rant about Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yes.
It's gonna be a big part of the podcast today.
Take your popcorn, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Oh,
Get
God.
the popcorn.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Characters, man.
We also gotta talk about the new Halo release.
Yes,
Master Chief Collection.
Master Chief Collection having some matchmaking problem, but that doesn't matter. Keep going.
Yeah, it's still a good game.
Still a good
And
game.
the PlayStation Now subscription fees have been released.
Yep. So, you know what we should start? Let's start with something mellow. Let's start with freaking PlayStation
Halo.
Now.
No? Okay.
PlayStation Now.
Okay, you're the boss.
PlayStation Now, actually, they announced that it's gonna be a subscription-esque. They had a plan. Now it's gonna be a subscription-based. Like the pricing, renting, and shit. They're gonna throw that down. They have plans for subscription stuff, in which is really, really good. It was something that I was hoping since the beginning. I thought it was gonna be like that. When I saw the prices on PlayStation Now, that shit was horrible. Horrible. For how much? 5 hours, $10. I think it was. Who the fuck is actually going to? I don't know. I know people actually reviewed the PlayStation Now. It was because of that, but again, I'm not gonna touch that. As soon as they put the subscription, I might get it. I might, and the good thing about that, it's that they announced that they're gonna put PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 classics, and which is awesome, and which is really, really good. I like that. Me likey.
5-6, man.
Me likey. What game would you like to play if you get the subscription on PlayStation Now? Which game would you like to play, or what games would you like to see on the PlayStation Now?
I want to see Medal of Honor European Assault.
You wanted to see that classic?
Yes.
I want to play. Now that you said Medal of Honor, I would like to play Frontlines. I love that game.
Yes.
Frontlines was a
Yes.
good game, man. It was hard as fuck, but it was enjoyable.
Even normal difficulty was really hard.
I think as soon as I think one of the reasons I never bought it was my brother who bought it. One of the
Brother
reasons.
buys every game apparently, because every
Oh,
time
back
we finish a story,
then,
like,
obviously,
yeah,
my
my
brother
brother
did this, my brother did that. What can I say? My brother loves me. So, back then but that game was his. It wasn't mine.
yeah.
He bought Medal of Honor Frontline because I think that was the time when Saving Private Ryan came out. I think it was. No, or it was like he actually bought the DVD for Saving Private Ryan. He watched it, and it was like on that D-Day.
D-Day, yes. Yeah, sort of scenario.
Yeah, and he saw Frontlines and he bought it. So yeah, back then on EB Games. And MB, what game would you like to see on the PlayStation Now?
Oof.
As in
I'm
PlayStation
kinda-
1 or PlayStation 2 Classic, it don't matter.
mm.
It can be one of those.
Honestly, I would go either Spyro or Crash Bandicoot because those were my kind of games back then.
Crash Bandicoot is a must. It's obviously is gonna be there, and
Obviously.
and that's obviously is gonna be there. What about you, Jose?
I think I'm sticking with Ambi on this one. I mean, it would actually make them relevant once again.
Yes.
It actually would make sense that actually, but that game was always on PlayStation 3. Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3. I think it was Wrath of Cortex. I think it was, and the other one
How
was.
about some Spyro love,
Oh, Spyro too. Well, Spyro was
Yay.
still in the PlayStation Store on PS3 at least. Now when the game releases on PlayStation Now, we might get it then. Who knows? What game that it's not on PlayStation Store that you have, that you have knowledge of, uh, would you like to see actually?
That's not on PlayStation. There's
I
this there is this game.
right
There's this game about tanks that was on PlayStation 2. Oh,
tanks.
yeah, it's about tanks. I don't remember the name.
Because the only name that comes out, everything about tanks, and it was on Nintendo 64, and it was Battle Tanks. And that game was
No,
fun.
no, no.
That game
It
was
was a
fun.
it was it was a PS2 game.
It was a
And I
PS2 game.
fucking loved it because you were a tank, obviously. But there were no
Dirt.
humans in this world. There were no humans.
It's just
It's
tanks.
like cars, but tanks, just tanks.
Okay.
And all the battles were really weird up until the point where you could get wings for your tank.
Wings for your tank.
Wings, like literal wings. Like I would replay the story with a tank refitted with wings, a double cannon, a machine gun, and mortars. And I would just fly into the battlefield of the first stages
Right.
and shoot from above and kill everyone.
Well, fuck, I've never seen that. How come I've never heard of it?
I don't know. It wasn't a popular game because every friend I
It was
had
an underrated.
never heard of the game.
It was an underrated game.
No,
I'm assuming.
it was yeah probably. 'Cause
And
I barely saw it in GameStop. I bought it at Walmart. That's where I
wow,
bought it.
that's well for a game. At least for me, a game that I would like to see, like from PlayStation 2. Uh, if it were for the first party games such as PlayStation 2 exclusive that are from Sony, it's God of War, blah blah. It's gonna be there. Obviously, it's gonna be there.
Da-da.
But if it was from a third party, such as like multi-platform game, I would like to see Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. I want to get back and play that shit. And I freaking love that game. Yeah. If even freaking NetherRealm Studios actually did that game, like a port maybe with some online feature that you actually somebody can join you and beat Kung Lao or even freaking Liu Kang, that would be freaking cool. And there was a fighting arena actually with that combat system. It was really really good. It's like the Resident Evil. Remember, guys, when I said the Resident Evil Outbreak? I would like to see it if Capcom actually, did an HD port of it with the online features that were on PS2, in which they didn't use it very much back then, and would be, good if it were for now. It would be amazing if they did, but
Yeah.
that's one of my games that I would pick. I think it would be Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. But if it were another game, um, this game for some reason was controversial. Obviously, I know what it was, but it was Narc. It's like the remake from the arcades. Have you guys played it, Narc?
Nope.
It obviously has to do with drugs. It has to do with drugs. But that game, I don't know. It was fun. Like you are this cop. You can be corrupt, or you can be
A good guy.
a good cop or detective, whatever. If you use the drugs and you get caught, let's just say you have a badge and it has a meter. Like if you get 100%, you're a good cop, you're a detective. But if your badge goes down to 50%, you get demoted from detective. And outside on the streets, instead of you having civilian clothes, detective clothes, basically, like you're all civilian and shit. You get demoted to freaking patrol officer. Like you got the uniform and shit. And if you go down to 25%, you're a bum. Like you're actually a bum. You got no job at all. And you can deal the drugs with other people. And it was weird. The game was really controversial, but for some reason it was fun. It was freaking gory as shit. But it was fun. It was one of those remakes that you were actually play for a bit. I have it on PS2, but since I don't have a PS2 anymore, so I would like to play that.
I still have mine.
I would love to play it. again.
Actually I'm staring at it right now.
Wow. But I would like to play that game again. I hope that the PlayStation Now, I would like to see the PlayStation Now actually take older games, like not these contracted, that you see in PlayStation Store that are actually not that interesting, and you already played it so much that like you're like, like such as Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Vice City 3, God of War, uh, those type of games. Like you all mostly played it a lot. You want to play those old games that actually keeps you surprised if they were in the PlayStation Store, such as again Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, Narc. What else? The freaking Destruction Derby from PS2, which that was shit. But we would like to, I would like to
It's
see
an
an
example. It's an
example.
example.
I
You
would
can
like to
still
see an
have Pokemon.
extensive library of the PS2 games that were released, such as Tekken 5, Tekken 4. I would like to see all those games on the PlayStation. If they do that, dude, it would be amazing. Honestly, I wouldn't mind paying for PlayStation Plus and the PlayStation Now. I really wouldn't mind at all. But again, it depends on your connection about you know, freaking PlayStation Now, which is like all streamed by cloud, and it depends on your connection. So if you have lag all the time, so it's not enjoyable. But it would be good if you actually download it, keep and play it, and delete it when you want. Such as when you get the free games on PS Plus. But yeah, I'm just putting that there. I don't know what games you guys want actually. Uh, what games do you actually want? Again, not first party, third party. Like something underrated. I know that Eduardo told me about that tank game. What about you, Ambi?
Third
And you,
party?
Jose? Yeah, third parties or anything that that you're conscious that it's not on the PlayStation Store and you see it all the time.
Hmm. I don't. I don't think I.
You don't think that you have anything on your mind?
Neither do I.
I'm the only plays
Yeah.
mainstream stuff.
Assassin's Creed, in which I'll get that soon.
Popcorn isn't ready yet, Victor.
Well,
But so yeah, the PlayStation Now is gonna have like this subscription based thing, and again, I think it was for the best if it were in the beginning. Like if it started just with the subscription, I think nobody would have any problems actually.
Yeah.
It will have no problem. People were actually hoping if it was for a subscription. What a year of PlayStation Plus is like $50.
Yeah.
For I all right now if they put the subscription base for PlayStation Now, what prices do you think you're hoping for? For me, a year would be 40 or less, cause you can't compete with your freaking online stuff. You can't compete with that. But then again, if you don't want to buy PlayStation Plus, you can also buy PlayStation Now and play those games without the PlayStation Plus. I don't know how they're gonna do that. It would be interesting if like, oh, you got two choices, you can pick both, or you can pick one of both. You're still gonna get free games on PlayStation Plus, but then again, if you don't get
But you're
this, you
not gonna
got
get the
this.
classics. And...
Yeah, exactly, and you get this, and you got a whole
Well,
extension
maybe
of
they might
library.
do like they might do like Microsoft did with the Netflix. You know how you needed Xbox Live to watch Netflix, but
In which they
would
don't
also
do anymore, but
yeah,
they had
yeah,
it.
yeah, they had it, and now it's like okay, so you bought Xbox Live, now you get free Netflix.
Yeah.
So it's not free; it's included in the cost of Xbox Live, but it's there.
It's enabled for you to watch Netflix now.
Yeah.
But then again, it's actually it depends on what.
Yeah, but maybe they'll just like boost up the cost. Like if it's $50 per year, and you're a PlayStation, you have to be a PlayStation Plus user.
Or if you have credit card and you want to pay $5 a month or so or less.
Yeah, and $5. Well, it's still $5 a month. $60 a year.
Yeah, but then again, you can cancel at any time, in which would be I don't know. It's like if you can pay it, go ahead. If not,
Yeah, then don't try it.
exactly. So, Halo Master Chief Collection came
Here's
out.
the
Hey,
problem.
matchmaking
Here's the problem.
problems?
Here's the problem.
no.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. The
Okay.
problem with the Master Chief Collection is its matchmaking system only, right? That's what
Well,
we found up till
the
now.
only the only thing with the campaign is that every so and so between mission loadings, it's been lagging. But that always that you can
It's a
expect
huge
that
ass
considering
game though.
it's 4 games in one. Like if you're
Exactly.
expecting perfection, it's a little
it's like
hard.
if you put all the Pokemon games together and expected it to run smoothly
You
100%
can
of the
you
time.
can actually see how again you can see that how good and powerful, let's just put it that way, the Blu-ray disc is. Like
With the Halo
with
collection, yeah.
all four Halos, including the multiplayer, all the 100 maps inside. Like it's amazing what
It's
the
Yeah,
as
Octomom.
soon as I see two Blu-ray discs on a game,
which
I
it
don't,
didn't happen in this case.
in which I would be surprised if they actually.
No,
Uh, but the
they
thing is, the
weren't they
Blu-ray
weren't
disc
gonna do
didn't.
it.
It's it's pricey, like
Yeah,
it's
but
kind of
that's what
Pricey,
pricey.
pricey, pricey.
343 preferred to just release whatever was missing in the game in a 15 gigabyte download, which I'm halfway okay with it considering the Xbox, like the regular one, has only 40 gigs in it.
The Xbox One.
The Xbox One, like the cheapest one, the one that doesn't come with the Kinects, brings a 40 gigabyte hard drive. But then
Oh,
again, you can always go ahead and buy the Call of Duty bundle, which gives you a terabyte for, you know, a slight price of $500.
is it? Is it just 40 gigabytes?
Yes, it is. I looked up at the Sunset Overdrive bundle. I looked at the Unity bundle.
That's fucking stupid, actually.
Eh,
Yep.
I
think about it.
how come that shit like went away? I haven't seen that shit.
Because people wanted a price drop.
$50 less for 40 gigabyte. Basically $100 less, and still freaking 40 gigabytes.
Well, more or less.
That's freaking stupid.
See, if you want quality, you technically
Thing
have to
is,
pay for it.
it's kind of funny how Microsoft got a week.
But since nobody was, paying for the Xbox One at first, because it brought Kinect, because the NSA would buy it through it,
What
as
the
people would
fuck?
believe. Well, you lose money, you decide to cut budgets, you decide to simply lower stuff like memory on a console. But
Uh, yeah.
even so, uh, Evan didn't join us today, but he's given me a pretty good briefing. Campaign-wise, it hasn't shown any problems just yet.
Just yet.
Matchmaking though, you would have this thing where, say, a lobby holds 10 players. Usually, Halo used to hold up to, I believe it was 16 back
Yeah.
then, but they had to drop it down because of the immense amount of content in it.
Right.
And if a person left the game and someone else joined it to replace that person, instead of saying 10 out of 10, it would say 11 out of 10.
Oh, so
Or
basically the system is kind of like not eliminating the one who left. So
exactly, and
it's
that's what's causing part of the crashes. It's causing it to register data that is not in that server at that given time, and it's causing conflictions between the other connections. That is one of the main reasons why it continues to crash. But apparently, for this week, starting I believe on Tuesday, on the 18th, they should be releasing a patch to fix the problem in matchmaking, and everybody can go
As
back
long
to.
as they release the patches in a timely fashion, I don't think the game
Yeah,
is gonna suffer at all.
honestly speaking,
That's
even though
it.
people hate how Halo 4's matchmaking
no,
is
dude.
handled,
I'm sorry to interrupt you. It's still 500 gigabyte hard drive.
is it?
Yeah, it is. I'm watching it right now from GameStop.
Then
It's
whoever the hell wrote it on the box
yeah,
is a piece of
whoever the fuck,
shit.
but like, dude, you know how much would I pay for freaking Xbox One with freaking 40 gigabytes?
Or most
Not
likely less than
really. Well, yeah, $200 because I don't know how much the hard drive is gonna cost. Like I think it's like $120. I'm assuming or more.
So I think somebody's gonna have to get fired because
Yeah, it's because I'm watching
box
right now
itself.
on GameStop. It says Xbox One console only, no Kinect. It includes the Xbox One console, of course, the wireless controller, 500 gigabytes hard drive, Xbox One chat headset, HDMI cable, power supply. Then it's still there. Like when you said that, I was like, what? How
Yeah,
who? And how
I didn't
come
believe it.
people don't bother?
Because it's written so small on the box. Like I looked at it looking for the specs, and I see like, oh, 40 gigs. I'm like, what? This
Well,
is
wait, you
freaking
mean
300.
wait. The 40 gigabytes, it's the installation, thing with Halo on Xbox. I'm
No, no, no,
assuming
no, 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 no.
you
It
you
wasn't
were actually saying the console had
the
40
console per se.
gigabytes hard drive.
Okay, okay, Victor. I went to GameStop recently. I went to look at the bundles, and the bundles specifically said that the gigabytes on the console were 40 gigs.
This is what I'm
I'm,
assuming.
I'm assuming it was a typo. Like
I'm
when freaking
assuming that 40 gigabytes is the actual installation of the whole dashboard and shit that consumes from your hard drive. So instead of having 500, you get 460.
460.
Yeah, I'm assuming. Because I remember when I bought the PlayStation 3 and it was 120 gigabytes back then, I was like, oh, finally, something big. And then the freaking 500 came out. I was like, oh, fuck, I should have waited. But again, it took me 25 gigabytes off my hard drive. I was like, well, there goes my freaking big, huge hard drive.
It might just be that. But Jesus, what the hell wrote it should really fix their shit before misunderstandings happen.
Yeah, that's
Like, like the one you just had.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
damn.
You know something that does surprise me though, and I told it yesterday about this.
Yeah.
So Toys R Us didn't release their their shopper. I don't know how they call that in the US, but I'm just gonna call it shopper. With all the Black Friday sales that they're gonna be having, this is something that didn't happen because the company decided that they weren't gonna keep the merchandise always in the store because they knew they were gonna run out because of how cheap they're putting the prices.
Yeah.
So the shopper leaked out, and it also leaked the bundles for all three actually, for the Wii U, for the PS4, and for the Xbox One.
Yeah.
In the order as to how I saw it on Black Friday, just because of the PS4 bundle, the sales are gonna go up. All these sales that they've lost from a time span, I think was between September till now,
Right.
they're gonna get them back. Why? Because the main bundle being released for a total of, I believe, $500 includes The Last of Us Remastered and GTA 5.
No, it's not 500. It's 400.
It's 400?
It's 400, and that's now that you say that, holy shit! Like that's the best deal I've ever seen. Like for $400, you get your PS4 500 gigs, GTA 5, which is
Like the PS4 version.
the
with,
PS4
first
version, and freaking Last of Us Remastered. You got
Remastered.
two fucking fucking
You have
Game of the
two
Year
nice
games
games.
there for $400. Like that shit
And
is
then, you,
the
and then
best
you have the
deal.
kid-friendly bundle, which is still a pretty cool bundle, which is the Little Big Planet 3 and Lego Batman 3, which is still a pretty good bundle. when you
It's
think
still a
about
pretty good bundles,
I,
yeah.
I would not call that the kid friendly bundle because I have a lot of friends around
I got a
our age.
shitload of friends that play freaking I was gonna say My Little Pony. What the
You were
fuck?
gonna say My Little
My Little Pony. What the
that,
fuck?
that, don't you?
Little Big Planet. There we go. Little Big Planet and Lego Batman. I only played the first one and never finished it though. But the third one, what is it? Beyond Gotham.
Yeah,
I want that
which
shit.
is looking pretty cool, honestly.
I want that shit. You know why, guys? You want to know why?
Why? Why?
It's freaking. Who's the voice actor there?
Oh.
You're damn fucking right, Troy Baker. You're damn right. Troy Baker is actually Batman in that game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of my
Baker,
main
if
Very
you
reasons.
ever hear
not
this
just one,
podcast,
but man,
please,
pretty much
please
all of them.
allow,
Really.
Troy Baker, yeah,
please let.
number one. Damn
Okay.
right. One of my
Because
reasons why I bought freaking Call of Duty Advanced Warfare was because Kevin Spacey and Troy Baker. There you go. I said this before.
like he was so frustrated for about the fact that you were barely talking in the game. Like
Yeah,
he
I was, I
like
was
Troy, we
kind of,
know it's not your fault, bro. We know it's not.
as,
But you're disappointed, Victor. You're disappointed one of your
I
Victor.
was disappointed, Troy. What the fuck, man?
It's not your fault though. It's Call of
It,
Duty's fault.
it's
But,
Call of Duty's fault, but then again, why do you pick that, bro?
He
Like, what
didn't
the,
pick that. He
what-
has an agent that gives him the job. So he's like,
it's,
okay, fine.
it's like what the fuck? What the fuck, man?
So,
Yeah.
Troy,
But honestly speaking, you know, wrapping up
if you ever see
the
this, let Victor touch you
What?
on the
wrapping up
What he said.
the Halo topic.
Rap. Yes, go ahead.
The campaign. I'm still waiting for Evan to give me a debriefing on the extra content because I don't own the game just yet.
Yeah.
You have it.
But from what I'm hearing, the aesthetics and all the little tiny changes they did to it are looking very nicely. But it's a shame we can't have him here to talk about it. So maybe later on we can give him a chance to debrief.
Later on, we'll just have Evan review the game.
Yeah, basically, Evan, also known as Racknell, is gonna basically tell us about more in the game. Maybe for next week, cause next week we'll be talking about. We're gonna be talking about, I think, Pokemon, cause it's
Oh Jesus!
Oh,
Da-
this is
you're
your thing,
damn
guys.
fucking
Please.
right.
This is
Victor,
your thing,
please.
guys.
So this is
Guess I won't be next week.
So this is a
Pokemon.
Toro and Bass freaking podcast. That's
Say what? I'm just saying that we're gonna talk about Pokemon, cause smashing Pokemon. Oh, there's another one. But yeah, I don't have a Wii U, so I don't know. I'm gonna let that to Pedro, cause Pedro is gonna get both. So Pedro's gonna talk about
I
that.
don't think Pedro's gonna be available for the next
Yeah.
podcast. 'Cause, he's gonna be playing so much.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
either just
He's gonna
die.
consume. He's going to be consumed by
You know
it.
what's gonna be a real freaking pain? Going to a mall on that Friday.
Dude.
No, you know
Yeah,
what?
no,
You know
no.
what? You know what's the big one? Black Friday bundle with Super Smash.
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus Christ!
It's gonna be
Dude,
chaos.
No. The people who don't buy Ruby and Sapphire on release day and wait for Black Friday because of the 200 potions.
Jesus Christ.
Matt Max all over again.
I remember last year's Black Friday that all game shops were closed. It was
Yeah.
sad.
That was
For
that was-
Yeah, it's actually a smart move.
I
They
know.
would lose a lot of money if they open on Black Friday.
yeah.
Mhm.
For
Because so many
me,
people would steal shit.
actually, the only reason I go to Black Friday, it's because so I can buy my freaking membership on Gold or freaking PlayStation Plus for less. One of my reasons, because there's nothing else that interests me. Of course, that PS4 400 though, with that PS4
You're
though.
tempting me. You're tempting
You're
me.
tempting me,
on
bro.
buying it.
You're tempting me, bro.
No, Ampy, you gotta save the money. We got trips.
I know.
Fuck the
that's
trip.
Why I'm saying
That's
it.
what I'm gonna-
That's why I'm saying that.
I'm
I'll
assuming
be
that's-
buying that in the next
And
2
they must be
months.
like, I have a trip, but you
could.
know what? Fuck the trip.
You could
PS4,
go to
bro.
Toys R Us and put it on layaway and pay it slowly.
But
I'll
yeah.
just wait for 2 months and buy
Yeah,
it.
just 2
You
months
can
more.
just pay it slowly.
No,
It
That's-
works.
Again,
And it also gives money to
last-
mom and I get
I
to eat.
swear to God, I
No,
will destroy you from Finland.
no, don't
You
give
go
him
back.
ideas. Don't
Fuck
don't,
off.
don't give her ideas. Don't give her
But-
ideas.
But
I have
ideas, man.
ideas, so she
My
can have a
ideas,
PS4,
things
but then
are
again, I won't
cool.
say it.
My plans are already
Yeah,
in place.
plans first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Victor, how
guys,
long have you been running for so far?
So what?
How long have you been running for so far?
Running for how much?
Yeah, like the time.
Oh, I've
on
been
to-
going for 28 minutes, so it's like 10 minutes more.
So it's time.
It's time.
So it's time.
Okay,
Later,
okay,
freaking
okay.
eight
Leaving, and we're just gonna leave Ambi and Victor.
No, I want your bitches here.
What?
I want
But
y'all
You
here.
guys
but
are
Victor,
saying.
but I have a new hood and I want to freaking test it out for
I don't
parkour.
give a shit. You guys are gonna stay right here and listen what I have to say.
But Victor, I didn't go through all the trouble.
Zip.
Before we start,
Right.
I know that you're gonna say that Ubisoft is becoming the new EA
You're damn fucking
and a
right.
lot
I
of
will.
stuff, but at least Ubisoft like had some cojones and actually put out a list made by one of the top people in their company
Oh
with
God, yes.
every freaking error Assassin's Creed Unity has with gameplay, and they admitted it formally,
And they're trying to fix it,
and they're trying to
supposedly.
fix it as fast as possible
But you know
because
what?
they know they done goofed. At least they don't sugarcoat it. That's all I'm gonna say. Aside from a few things I'm gonna say.
All right.
Doing
Did they sugarcoat it with Watch Dogs? You're
did
damn
No,
they?
right.
we're gonna talk
No.
Did
about
they?
that. We're gonna talk about that.
Did they?
Did they sugarcoat it on Watch Dogs? They freaking. Oh, we're sorry. You know what's freaking embarrassing? That a modder actually found E3 fucking files in that game, and there were the optimization for the full game to be seen as it should be. Like the game looked amazing on E3 2012. Like it did look amazing. One of the reasons why people wanted to go next gen because of that. And then freaking Watch Dogs came out on PC when I got it. How is possible that the console did look a little slight better than the PC one? The PC one looked garbage. Fucking looks horrible. Until a modder actually found it some files from E3 and put that shit in the game and looks exactly as they showed it on E3. That's where Ubisoft started to done fucked it up. But then again,
Ubisoft has gotten a lot of hate lately.
Ubisoft is.
Lot.
I don't know what the
It's
fuck
not
is
just-
going on
It's
with
not
Ubisoft.
hate, it's
Oh.
I don't know
Oh,
what
God.
the fuck is going on with
I found
Ubisoft.
the list.
I think one starting basically let's say the tick. Let's just call it the lice going on Ubisoft. The lice is the fucking Uplay. Nobody wants that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
come
on
Uplay
PC.
has been forever. Has been there forever.
But then again, a lot of people are having shitload of problems with that crap
you want me to
when
give you the
games
main
launches,
eight?
and
You want me
nobody
to give you the
wants
main
that
8
shit.
problems?
I've I had trouble with Uplay when freaking Unity came out, even Watch Dogs. Then again, we're not talking about Uplay here. It all started, let's just say, for Assassin's Creed. Now that we're talking about Assassin's Creed, okay, the reason why I'm pissed with Assassin's Creed story, it's just it doesn't make any sense. It all freaking crapped down to the toilet when 3 came out. When 3 came out, that shit was pure garbage. I'm sorry, but that shit was pure garbage, and I will not accept it. If you had something like, okay, you got 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations 3. When Assassin's Creed 3 ended, in which it ended horribly, Assassin's Creed 4 didn't make any sense. Like, the assassin story as such as Edward Kenway, that shit was awesome, actually. But the main story didn't have any purpose at all. Like, who the fuck is this first-person guy that I am? What the fuck is going on? Unity, in one side, it starts like another revenge plot. Another revenge plot that I've
It's like
seen.
basically Ezio all over again.
Exactly.
Unity tried to mimic what source code did in a movie, and just failed immediately. That's really it.
You know, and the one thing that Unity pisses me off, at least on launch, on launch
It's
was
weird.
this Tuesday in which I was preloading that shit. Bugs, gazillion of bugs. Like, this. All right, they should stop being the Call of Duty of releasing games year after year. Like this year we're gonna make this one. Oh, the next year we're gonna make this
They
one.
were starting
It
normal,
was
like
good. You
when
can
Assassin's
notice.
Creed, the
Yeah.
first game came out, which was around 2007, I think.
Yeah.
They took 2 years to
To make
release
2.
Assassin's Creed 2.
In which Assassin's Creed 2 was one of the best Assassin's Creed games of all
And
time.
I agreed.
They should stop making yearly games about Assassin's Creed. Look at this year. We got basically 3 Assassin's
Three.
Creed.
4
Three.
actually.
It's 4, including that shit from
Before, if you
iOS.
include the DLC.
No, you have the iOS one. You have the top-down one, which is the China one.
Wait,
The iOS
what?
one does not count. Don't you
Exactly.
dare bring that shit into this podcast.
Was there time spent on it? Did somebody actually make it?
Shut
Does
the
it have the Ubisoft
Fuck
logo?
up. It does not exist. Screw
It
that.
counts.
Screw that game.
Anyways.
It counts as time that was spent. It counts as time that was spent making a shitty game that could have been used on making a game franchise that started dying about 2 years ago and making it what it used to be.
Assassin's Creed is struggling so bad right now. Like again, Assassin's Creed Unity, it's a mess. To start, my Arno doesn't have any fucking face. It's like eyes, eyeballs, and freaking teeth. That's the only thing, and that shit was scary. Not fun at all. I saw that shit. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And this is another thing. Ubisoft, freaking from his cojones, they actually, put the specs on PC like the hardware came out from last week. My PC can't handle that shit. Thank you for reminding me that.
Whoa. I got a question. Okay. So you're complaining. You're stating a point that your computer cannot run the game because it runs on hardware.
That basically came out like a month ago. Who the fuck does that?
Okay. Well.
No.
No,
Evil Within came out, and it's.
I'm not gonna defend Ubisoft. I'm not gonna defend Ubisoft. Just look. Hear me out.
Go ahead.
Fuck, man. Just saying, look. It's a real dick move. Like a real dick move. Just saying. I'm just saying they should have warned you from beforehand.
And you know what's the problem? I'm sorry that I'm interrupting. They released the system specs 3 weeks before launch. That's unacceptable. When I saw the specs, the minimal requirements, freaking 6 gigabytes of RAM, this freaking video card, this shit, this, and the freaking recommended, it's actually 8 gigs, a freaking NVIDIA GTX 950, I'm assuming. When I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? That shit came out like 2 months or a month ago. That's fucking dick at maximum. That's actually fucking dick. Because not even Evil Within did that. Ubisoft, they're cagging it. I'm putting that like that. They're cagging it completely.
What you mean? Wait, they're cagging it?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it like that. Like they're cagging. They were freaking shitting on it. They're literally taking a crap, and this is when I start saying that Ubisoft is the next EA.
Okay. Before you keep ranting,
Right.
you should at least honor the fact that Ambi is here as your guest.
Yes. She loves Assassin's Creed. I know.
Yeah, listen to me, motherfucker.
Actually,
just
it's
honor
just
her.
honor.
Let's honor her presence and ask for her opinion, since she has not had the opportunity to play the game, but has been watching gameplay from various YouTubers, and she has seen the bugs herself.
Right.
So let's just ask her opinion calmly.
No, don't worry about it, dude. No, I'm not gonna be fucking dick. But before I tell her, like, she goes.
Pass on the Twitch.
This is where the part when I'm like running through an alleyway, and for no reason, for just a second, my character does a T pose.
You
Now that
mean what in
as in
the?
T-pose, you know, like an
Like
um
Gary's mod. Like
like
Gary's mod.
Gary's, have
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
T-pose. That's not acceptable. That's freaking horrible.
That is. I'm gonna keep saying, and I'm gonna agree with you. There are. How do I explain it? There
A
are.
shit ton of bugs.
Yeah, there are a shit ton. Like ever since, not in just this game. There was in Black Flag. There was in Assassin's Creed 3. There was even in Revelations.
But it was still
Everything
playable.
started. Everything started during Revelations, where all the glitches started.
I,
Hell, no, not there. My bad. Way before actually.
Brotherhood.
but
Yeah,
you know what happened with that? It was still playable, and
exactly.
it was bugs that
And I
actually
enjoy
didn't
the
mind.
story.
Like you were like, oh shit, a freaking bug. Let me just restart the game, and it's no problem. But the amount of bugs and glitches the shit has.
You know what's the coolest glitch in the entire game?
Somebody give them a freaking Guinness World Record of amounts of. If I have a fucking raid
Glitches.
repellent spray, I will spray the shit out of it for the amount of bugs that shit has.
You know what's the bad thing though?
What?
It still wouldn't be enough.
Yeah, exactly. It
Yeah.
was still wouldn't be enough. You
You
know.
were gonna say something, Jose?
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
gonna say something.
the coolest freaking glitch in the entire game is having Arno just like fall through the ground, like just
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna
Well,
oh no, I'm falling.
they did say they were gonna fix it.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, like
if I'm not
the
mistaken, it was today. No, today was the update
patch.
for Xbox One, and yesterday was the PC and the
Yeah,
PS4.
right now, the eight main issues that people are finding was the whole Arno falling through the ground, the
The
game
whole
crashing when you had co-op sessions,
when it got stuck in
when he
the
got
hay
stuck in the
carts,
hay carts. Jesus crap!
and the faceless.
Ah, the faceless, the
The
delay in
faceless
reaching the main
Arno.
menu.
Freaking
Not
Arno
just Arno.
kissing.
There are other characters. There are other characters that are faceless. It's
Yeah.
not just Arno.
You know,
Um,
and you know what? I get, when I said Ubisoft is the next EA, it's because of the amount of fucked upness. I made that word up.
I'm pretty sure someone
there's
else
an
will tell you.
article about it.
there's a
You know
couple.
what? All right, Ubisoft, you have a good chance here to basically, take some steps back. Like, all right, we're gonna fix this shit. Don't worry about it. We're not gonna.
Honestly, instead of yearly, they should go back with 2 years.
Exactly, 2 year
Like they did
development. It sounds
between Assassin's
doable.
Creed and Assassin's
I would
Creed 2.
wait 2 years. I don't mind.
I would gladly wait for 2 years.
If I'm gonna get a good game
Exactly.
with a good story, because the story are basically redundant and stupid since 3. Like the story died at 3.
Well, come on. The story for Black Strat was not redundant.
Well, again, the assassin story was good. The main story, otherwise, was just pure
You know
garbage.
what was the problem
boring.
with Black Flag?
What?
The introduction of the Sage.
Mm.
Because they just randomly, during some point of the game, push this character onto you. Like, this is the Sage. This is person who has lived many, many times. Who has same consciousness every time. He
Every
is
time.
one who will help you. In the end, he doesn't help you, because that's always what's always happened.
You know why? You want to know why? Because fuck you. That's why. Don't give a shit.
You kill him
Because
twice during that
the
game.
man
You
goes
kill him
crazy.
twice during that game.
The
You
man
kill him
goes
twice.
crazier than he originally is.
Exactly. And if I'm not mistaken, they're trying to introduce the Sage character again in Assassin's Creed Unity. That's part of the story. There's a moment in the story in Unity where Arno meets the Sage of the time.
Arno.
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 Dorian.
You gotta say it with an accent, because if not, you're disrespectful.
Arno Victor Dorian.
Dorian.
It's that shit anyway.
And,
Dorian.
ending in-
Hey, you can't disrespect the character for what the creators did to him. That's like disrespecting Andrew Garfield for a horrible script as Peter Parker.
And yet he still made it happen. He still made a
and he
good
still made it good.
Then again,
Hey,
Ubisoft,
hey,
Ubisoft.
hey.
What?
No, I'm just waiting on you.
Oh, well then Ubisoft. You basically have one chance in this year, and that's Far Cry 4. I hope you don't fuck that up.
game.
Okay,
You
well,
mean the three
well,
copy
I'm,
paste?
I'm, I'm actually, I'm actually having high hopes for Far Cry because of one reason.
Troy Baker, yay!
I Troy Baker. How well they did with Far Cry 3.
Indeed, they did.
Because Far Cry 3 was by far my favorite game of the year. Of that
Yeah,
year.
Far Cry 3 was
Ate
amazing.
shit out of that game. And I regret every moment of me having to return that game to buy Pokemon.
And again, Ubisoft did a good job with Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. That shit was funny as shit.
Oh, that shit was.
Yes.
And it was a great standalone game. You didn't even
Great.
need Far Cry 3 to play it.
Basically,
Exactly.
yeah.
Just
It's-
like, just pay $10 more and you get Blood Dragon. Oh, you traded in Far Cry 3? You
Get
still
Blood
play it.
Dragon.
You can still play Blood Dragon. And the game was beautiful, and the story was beautiful.
It was funny as shit. It was a comic relief, and it was awesome.
Basically, what Ubisoft is doing, they're basically paying more attention to Far Cry 3, like
No,
to Far
no,
Cry in general.
bullshit.
No.
That's
No,
bullshit
listen.
right there.
No, wait, listen. They're taking their time of creating an amazing story, an amazing walkthrough game in Far Cry when I don't know, they're just pushing Assassin's Creed
You
to
know
a
why?
limit where nobody wants to buy it anymore.
And they say they have plan how they're gonna end it. Yeah, basically I can see it now.
You mean bankruptcy? I mean an actual ending?
No, they're not gonna reach bankruptcy because of Far Cry.
Dude,
You know what?
Far Cry-
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like
them
to see
not copying.
I'd like to see half of the Far Cry 3 development team, the Far Cry team, the development team working on the next Assassin's Creed, because of one reason.
Troy Baker.
I swear to God. No, because of how well. A good thing about the Far Cry series, at least the last few games, how well they implemented character development within the story. Far Cry 3 was a story where you had this main character who had brothers. He lost his first one of his brothers in the beginning of the story. Like, spoiler alert! Like, this game has been released for a while now. Like, if you don't know this, fuck you.
Spoiler alert. So yeah.
Yeah. So, but you have this character whose character development is something we haven't seen in a long while in a lot of Ubisoft works. Like, I think one of the last characters who actually had this much development was Ezio Auditore, and he had a few games worth of character
Great game.
development.
Yeah.
Not one, 3 games worth of character development.
That's why
Plus
people
story.
actually love that. Freaking loves Ezio. And again, finishing it up.
Yes.
Assassin's Creed 2 was made in like 2 years. Ubisoft, if you don't want that title belt of worst company of the year,
Take your time with
take
your
your
games.
fucking time with your games. Watch Dogs 2, you
And if
announced it. Take your
you're not
fucking
going to-
time.
And if
Like,
you're not going to
honestly-
take your fucking time, at least bring professionals to handle your dirty work.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly,
Get a good PR for Christ's sakes.
as much as I'm a huge fan of Assassin's Creed from ever since the very beginning, I'm really, really disappointed of how things
You
turned out
made
with this
my
last
freaking
game.
girlfriend disappointed, you bastards. How dare you?
Abby,
Only I can
it's a
decide.
big Assassin's Creed fan. I was excited when 3 came out, and when I played it, you done picked it up with that shit.
Don't
Like,
shit in
I
his
don't.
face.
Honestly, it bored me.
Right?
It really did.
Right?
It bored me. I got bored.
The only good thing I can say about Assassin's Creed Unity story, the only good thing, is how they introduced why there's co-op in the story.
Yes.
I'll give you
The
that.
triple helix story and explanation was pure gold and entertaining, and it made sense. That's the only part of the beginning of the story that makes sense. The
Hmm.
why there's co-op. Like they spent so much time on the co-op that they forgot the story.
You know what? You want Ambi to like Assassin's Creed again? Take your time, and I don't know how you're gonna do it, but do it because I don't give a shit. Make a Assassin's Creed Japanese theme one. How about that? How
Well,
about that? Giving you ideas, Ubisoft. They're free of charge.
it can
Now,
be
if you
Because you
want to
basic-
pay us,
Japan.
do it.
It can be Japan. It can be Russia.
We're not.
I
No.
mean,
The one thing that I don't understand is the China one side scroller. I don't understand that. I really don't.
no.
I don't even
The thing-
understand why
the thing
Arnold's
that I
in
hate-
World War II.
Because French Revolution.
It's like, oh my God, there's an error in the coding and shit, and you're going to
You have to
jump through
escape.
memories. Be careful. And suddenly you have Arnold in a world war. You know what? Screw this shit. Let's end this podcast. You're an
Yeah,
idiot.
you know what? I'm
Fuck
fucking done
off.
with. Yeah, I'm done with Ubisoft. Ubisoft,
You're not done with
congratulations.
Ubisoft, you still got Far
But
Cry.
again, guys, we're forgetting about something. We're gonna end it here.
Oh, right.
The brother of our good very first special guest, Daniel Piscina's brother, Carlos. It's having a birthday today, so we're gonna sing him. But this time, we're gonna sing him "Happy Birthday, Raiden," because he's the Raiden. He's the one and only Raiden, Carlos Piscina. So here you go. We're gonna sing "Happy Birthday, Raiden."
Well,
And
what
wait,
kind of happy birthday song are we singing?
Happy Birthday, the classic one.
Okay.
So there we go. 3. Are everybody ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Happy
Happy
birthday to you.
Oh my God, you guys suck.
Yeah, we suck, right? I'm sorry. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Raiden. Happy birthday to. Yeah, I'm sorry, Raiden. Don't strike us with lightning, bro. Don't strike us with lightning, bro. You know.
Sky.
Dude,
Blame
seriously,
Sky for
happy
late.
birthday. We're bad at singing. Don't blame us.
Exactly.
Okay,
All right.
thank
Anybody
you
wants to say
for all
something?
those
Everybody.
amazing
Anyone?
years.
All right. Eduardo, you want to say something before but we end the podcast to Raiden?
Raiden,
Yes.
thank you for the memories. Thank you for molding our childhoods with a video game that has actually forged a generation in a much better way than a lot of the media coverage gives it. So happy birthday, man, and just keep living on in the glory.
Ambi,
I bow to you, Raiden.
Jose.
Thank you for the greatest scream during a Superman punch ever made. Literally.
That's actually true.
I would spam that damn move just to hear the scream. So, thank you. for all
Remember,
those endless minutes of
it's
time.
just back forward and you're done. So there you go. Again, thank you, Raiden. Thank you, Carlos Piscina. You're basically the MK team. Any problem that happened, don't matter. The MK team and the cast completely is basically molded my gaming childhood. It was my very first special game, and the first special game. It was Mortal Kombat 2. So happy birthday to you, bro. And thanks for listening to the Rating Pending podcast. I was your host, Victor the Red. Tomorrow we'll be releasing the interview with Daniel Piscina. So
Technically
have
today
at it.
This is uploaded.
Thank you. Thank you very much.